Hello? Hello? Uh, Hi. If you're the new security guard, then welcome. I'm going to be your personal guide that will give you hints and tips along the way and to help you get comfortable at the new and improved Charles Pizza Zone. Now, before we get started, I wanted to tell you a brief backstory about the previous location. To keep a long story short, the pizzeria was very successful, made lots of revenue, and attracted more customers than driving them away, like a certain brown bear who gave me nightmares when I was just 5. Unfortunately, it ended too soon, because during late November, there was a fire that occurred. Well, in, in late in late November 2009, there was a fire that occurred in the kitchen, which sadly killed 5 employees. The company unfortunately filed for bankruptcy after that. All hope seemed lost for the poor company. Until in early 2014, BBC Entertainment decided to team up with, believe it or not, and because we didn't really have a choice, Fazbear Entertainment. Yeah, I was shocked that the company was still open after all these years. You see, they're still open for business, they just don't make animatronics anymore. And I could see why. What did we do after the partnership, you may ask? Well, construction began on a new restaurant, and soon, Charles Pizza Zone 2.0 opened its doors in March. What are the new improvements? Well, with some inspiration of the original Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, we have a variety of arcade games, multiple party rooms, and upgraded versions of Charles Rabbit and his friends. They are now super kid and adult friendly and have a much wider. Okay, good night. Hello? Hello? Hey man, if you made it to day 2, then great job! By now you've probably noticed the older models lying around in the parts and services room. Those are from the previous location. If you're wondering why they weren't scrapped, it's because when we salvaged them after the first location burned down, we realized that they were still somewhat intact after the fire, and we tried our best to restore and repair them to their original condition, and maybe retrofit them with the newer technology, but it just didn't work out, and it proved to be too costly. So we decided to just toss them in the back room and make brand new versions of the characters with advanced movement and even facial recognition. What's facial recognition? It gives the animatronics the ability to recognize a previous guest who visited them, whether it was a birthday or just a visit. Alright, before I go, I forgot to mention a few things I should have mentioned last night, like the buttons on your doorways. There's a light and a shock on each side. Those are for the old models, because I don't know how it's possible, but they still have some power left in them, and I don't think the steam works on them. If some reason one of them activates during the night, and if you don't see them on the cameras, make sure to check the lights, and be quick about it. You may only have a few seconds to react, but when they do appear in either your right or left door, use the shock button to repel them. However, use it only when necessary, because even though the building can't run out power, your shock power can, so keep track of how much juice you have. And also check Camo 2 from time to time. Rocktime Petro doesn't like it when he's being watched, and he becomes more active if the cameras remain off for a long period of time, so periodically check on him, and if he does escape, let off some steam. Or if there are certain animatronics in your doorway and you can't pull up the monitor, then let off a little extra steam so you don't die. Okay? A good night, and I'll chat with you tomorrow.